As you know, I've been organizing and decluttering my home office for the last couple of weeks. Just a little out of time, nothing major, but it has been a huge job, and I've made tons of progress. So I thought I'd give you a quick tour and show you what I've gotten done so far and what I have left to do. You may remember this corner. This was my big messy corner where crap was all in the floor. So I'm happy to say that the floor is totally clear now. I've gotten all that stuff organized and cleaned up. A lot of that stuff was for my travel wall, so it just kind of got knocked over here in the corner. Anyway, so I got all that sorted and I went through it and I boxed up the things that actually did go for my travel wall. This TV stand got moved in here when I bought a new TV stand for the living room, and it's got to go upstairs now because I put my TV upstairs in my daughter's room. So the job for today is to get this TV stand cleaned off and taken upstairs and figure out what to do with all the stuff that's on it. And I'll tell you what happens is things pile up on my desk. I'm sure you can relate. But things pile up on my desk, and when I get tired of the clutter, I just move the pile over somewhere else, and it just stacks up that somewhere else, which happens to be this whole end of my office. So I'm sure you can relate. Like, you get enough piles, you're like, I don't even know what's in that pile, and you just move it and forget it. I actually have piles dating back to the late 90s. So it's going to be fun. Once I get this room done, I'm going to have to dig into the junk room, which has tons more office stuff. What you see in the background here behind me is what I'm turning into my travel wall. I have two maps. I have a US map and a world map. I have a puzzle, that's Aboriginal art from Australia, and I have a canvas photo and a corkboard. So the goal is to kind of make a decorative collage of all my travels and to just cover up this whole wall and this part of this wall over here. My goal with the maps is to pin all of the places that I've been. So I have these flag push pins, which I'll use to pin all of the places I've traveled all over the world, and of course specifically in the United States. I thought that would be fun and just kind of a fun way to keep up with the places I've been, which sometimes I have a really hard time doing. Just to give you an idea of some of the cool stuff that I have to go up on my travel wall, I have money from various countries. This one's from Australia. I call it funny money. Looks like Monopoly money here, hey? I have tickets from cool places I've been. I have my first Qantas flight. And this is from a trip down Mornington Peninsula to Portsea in Australia, which was a really cool trip, absolutely beautiful. This is my room key from Diamond Head Resort, where I just went a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, check this out. Oh yeah, it was a nice place. And you know, just random other stuff, like I have this Australian boomerang. You know, just neat, cool stuff that I've collected from all over the place, all over the country, different places in the world. And I thought it would be really cool to kind of make a collage of all the different places I've traveled and cool memoirs and things I want to remember. One of the things I bought, and I'm just going to tell you straight up, I bought this 2.5 years ago. It's still in the box. I'll show you. It is decorative cork panels. If I remember correctly, when I bought them, when I first had the idea for this travel wall, they're, I think, just square decorative cork panels. And so I thought that I would place them strategically somehow between and around the maps and use them to pin cool stuff. So I'm not very creative. I'm writing, no problem. But when it comes to visual creativity, not my suit. So it should be fun to see what I come up with and how this ends up turning out in the end. I'll give you a super quick tour of the rest of my office because I've really done a lot of cleaning up. So I'll just give you a quick look around because the last time I gave you a quick look around, it was quite a mess. We'll start back where we started before, and you can see there that the filing cabinet is gone, replaced with a plant that actually looks much better now. I did a little work on her. Say hello to Slim. Hi, Slim. So here's the travel wall. It's just things pinned up for right now just to get an idea of the placement and what kind of room I have to work with. This bench, you may remember, was piled up with papers and books and other things. It's been totally cleaned off. The fish tank is now empty, so I can start thinking about what I want to put in there. Still some clutter on those shelves, but I'll get to it. The back corner is still looking rough, but hey, at least all the crap's out of the floor, right? So that's my next task, is this entire back wall of stuff. Stuff, and more stuff. Like I said, I'm going to start with the TV stand. Here, and you can see this is the desk where I usually sit. There's my printer, my Plantronics wireless headset, my touchscreen PC there from Lenovo. You see my Blue Yeti mic, my iPad stand and keyboard. external monitor, MacBook. That's where I usually sit to work. That's where I usually sit to reply to your comments. So that's it, just a super quick update. Wanted to give you a tour and let you know I've gotten a little bit done, still have a long way to go, like I said in my last video. But I'm going to start with the TV stand, just this one little corner. I don't want to overwhelm myself trying to do the entire office at once, so I'm just taking small spaces and starting there and just knocking them out. So what about you? How's your home office looking? Or if you've got a certain room in your house you've been working on, junk room or a specific area of clutter or whatever. I'd love to hear if you've been working on it and how's it coming.